What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Roy's Customs. Today I'm going to be doing a little bit of welding on my strut mounts. Not that they need repaired, but I'm doing it in order to kind of strengthen them. Because if you know, cars are just basically spot welded together. And what this is going to actually do is this is actually going to make it a little bit more solid. It's actually going to take out some of the flex that it has too. This is something that people that turn their cars into race cars kind of do to strengthen up the chassis and all that stuff to make it a little stronger and to make it a little more rigid, so that whenever you're hitting a corner, you can hit it a little harder, you know, and whenever you're taking off, you can actually take off a little harder. This helps if you're actually, you know, gonna build your engine and drive line and all this stuff, and I do have intentions on doing that. So I'm just gonna kind of start with the upper parts, the caps, and just weld those today and kind of show you how that's done. So I'm gonna get right into it. First thing you want to do is, as you can see, I went ahead and I took my battery out, completely out, especially for this side. That side, we will have to take some precautions for that side because the alternator is over there and we're going to have to cover up the alternator. So when I get to that side, I'll show you that. But what we're going to need to do is get down in here and just take a wire brush and get rid of as much of this paint. So now that we got it really cleaned off, you can wipe it down if you want, but it's not completely necessary. This also shows me that there is some rust. Well, there was some rust, but the wire brush kind of got rid of it. So anyways, I'm just gonna do, first of all, I'm gonna get my body hammer and I'm gonna tap some of these spots in that have like gaps so that I can get them a little tighter. And once I get those tapped into place a little closer, what I'll do is I'll take my welder, and I'm not going to run like a solid line. I'm not going to do a solid weld, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically put tacks about every inch apart, give or take, all the way around. Just tack weld about every inch, because it doesn't really necessarily have to be a solid weld. This is just something to kind of strengthen it up a little bit. This will help if you're adding horsepower and stuff. Like I say, there are other spots that I can't get to, but I'm just going to do the cap for now. Like I say, I'm just going to be doing some tack welds, not like baby tack welds, but you'll see. I'll just be doing tack welds about every inch apart. This will help strengthen it up some, actually probably more than you might want to believe. I know it doesn't really look like much, but they are some pretty decent tack welds. And it's really all you need to do. You can TIG weld it, MIG weld it. If you're good enough, you can even stick weld it if you want, but you can do a full bore weld all the way around it, or just do you some little tacks, because all this is doing is really strengthening up, because as you can see, all you really have is these little spot welds here, here, just a few spot welds here and there. So what this does is this actually helps strengthen it up. Anytime you're adding some horsepower, it's a good idea. So that side is done for the upper cap. I'll get to this side now. Okay, so I went ahead and got this side ready. So now all I really have to do is just tack it around. Alright, so anyhow, if you're just gonna add 30-40 horsepower or something, it's not really necessary to do this much, but I plan on adding a whole lot more than just 40-50 horsepower. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, I did do some tack welds around it. I'll probably end up just welding that in later on. There is going to be other welding that needs to be done in different areas. I'll have to wait until I can get a chance to pull the engine and transmission, but that's going to come after I find something else to drive, while I actually turn this into a full-fledged project. So and then I'll be able to get down into it and really get the engine bay all cleaned up real nice and neat, and get spots welded that need to be welded to be strengthened. And I'm actually sure there's spots that need to be welded because they need to be welded. So anyways, I'll have more on all that a little bit later. For right now, all I can really do is just do kind of small stuff here and there. I really can't build the engine and stuff right now. Like I said, I have to have something to drive. So anyways, guys and gals, I sure appreciate you guys watching. Feel free to like, subscribe. If you got any questions, throw them down in the comment section. I'll be glad to answer them the very best I can. So, you know, you guys have a spectacular day or night, whichever one it is for you. Peace out. Now